barbaric Israeli aggression in Gaza. What do you respond to this point? And my second question is, do you think the time has come for all the people whose rights are violated?
Good afternoon. The judge decided today that Omar al-Bashir shall be arrested to stand trial for crimes committed against millions of civilians in Darfur for the last 5 years. His victims are the very civilians that he, as a president, was supposed to protect. In accordance with the law and in accordance with the decision the resident judge informed to all of us, Omar al-Bashir's arrest is necessary to ensure his appearance in court, to stop him destroying evidence and committing new crimes. Omar al-Bashir's rights will be respected. The government of the Sudan is obliged under international law to execute the warrant of arrest on its territory. We are not, the court is not calling for someone else to do it. If the government of the Sudan does not execute the warrant of arrest, the UN Security Council will need to ensure compliance. The judges were clear. There is no immunity for head of states before the International Criminal Court. As soon Omar al-Bashir travels through international airspace, he can be arrested. Like Slobodan Milosevic or Charles Taylor, Omar al-Bashir's destiny is to face justice. It will be in 2 months or in 2 years, but he will face justice. The court decided. The court issued an arrest warrant. It is time to protect the victims. It is time to stop bombing civilians. It is time to stop rapes. It is a time to stop the crimes. The prosecution office will read carefully the decision. We are just informing as you at the decision, so more details will be after. I am here with the Deputy Prosecutor Fatou Bensouda, representing the entire office. We work very hard to present this case, and we work very hard now to ensure that the arrest warrant is executed. That's our next work. I will answer a few questions if you have.
Mike Potter from the Associated Press. Mr. Prosecutor, what would you like the Security Council to do to enforce this arrest warrant if Sudan refuses to execute it? And could you also give us your reaction to the fact that genocide charges were not included in the warrant?
Look, the most important thing is the court decided that Omar al-Bashir has to be arrested for crimes against humanity and war crimes committed since 2003 against thousands of civilians. That is the core of the case. That is what's important, the most important thing. On genocide charges, we review carefully the arguments of the decision, and also, as I understand, it's a dissidence, it's a minority vote, so we have to read. We did not read, we don't know yet the case. So, as the resident spokesperson informed, yes, we can collect evidence, but also we can appeal this aspect of the decision. But that will be decided after we can read the document. Security Council will have to enforce this. What I see, everything changed from today. Today is an historic moment. At 2, since today at 2 in the afternoon, Omar al-Bashir had to be arrested. So could not be business as usual. Something will have to dramatically change. I'm sure the Security Council will take the lead on this.
Thank you very much. I'm Magdi Youssef from Nile News, Egyptian television. Since now there is an official decision to arrest President al-Bashir, do you really expect that he will be arrested soon? Do you expect really the Arab countries like Qatar, which is traveling maybe very soon, to arrest him and to send him to the court? Is this the scenario you are expecting, or there is some extra scenario? Thank you.
The Sudan is not a failed state. It's a very important country who got to respect international law. The Sudan cannot be against Security Council, cannot be against the International Criminal Court. But in the meantime, in any case, as soon as Mr. al-Bashir traveled in the international airspace, his plane could be intercepted, and then he could be arrested. So that's what I expect. But as I said before, Slobodan Milosevic was sitting head of state. Charles Taylor was the sitting head of state. Both end facing justice. And I think that is what will happen with Mr. Omar al-Bashir. Yes, that's what I strongly believe. We are in court in the case of Mr. Lubanga from Ituri. We are investigating cases in northern Uganda requested by the President of Uganda. We are investigating cases in Central African Republic requested by the President of Central African Republic. We are investigating cases in Congo requested by the President of Congo. In addition to that, we are monitoring crimes and national judicial efforts in Colombia, in Afghanistan, in Georgia, in Kenya, in Cote d'Ivoire. So we are working all over the world. And basically, as Bishop Desmond Tutu said yesterday, we are working to protect victims, African victims. The victims of Omar al-Bashir crimes are millions of African citizens who speak Arabic, and most of them are Muslims. So we are protecting Arabic people, we are protecting Muslim people, we are protecting African people, we are protecting victims, we are protecting girls who are raped, we are protecting persons who are killed. That's our work. Dying slowly in the camps today. In addition to that, 5,000 people are dying each month in Darfur today. This is the impact of the situation today. And the court today say Mr. Omar al-Bashir is responsible of these crimes. In addition to that, that is reality. Don't buy propaganda. That is reality. Addition to that, a few weeks ago, bombing civilians, forcing 25,000 civilians to escape from Muqaddijiria. That happened a few weeks ago. That happened today. That's the impact today. These are the crimes committed. These are the crimes that today the International Criminal Court decided were committed by Mr. Omar al-Bashir. And these are the crimes that have to be stopped. All the effort has to be to stop the crime first. That's my position.
We have time for one more question. This gentleman.
فارسي في جذور الحياة. قلتم قبل أيام بأن هناك أدلة، فهل هذه الأدلة هي الأدلة التي قدمت في البداية أم أن هناك أدلة جديدة؟ سؤالي الآخر لو سمحت لي، هذه المرة الأولى لطلب القبض على رئيس حالي، فإذا لم تتعاون الحكومة مع قرار المحكمة فستقدمون بدعوى لمجلس الأمن، فماذا لو قام مجلس الأمن بتجميد تحركات المحكمة؟
One of the important points of this case is what happened with the victim in Darfur, but also the consequence for the future, how the world will manage massive violence. And as you see in this case, there are two new institutions working together. The International Criminal Court first. The judges review my evidence. They decided, they consider there is not enough evidence for genocide. I probably will disagree with them, but they decide. This is the Court of Justice, they decide. Second point, Security Council. Yes, Security Council is in charge of peace and security in the world. They have to see how to enforce the decision of the court because they request the court to investigate this case. So, but that is a new situation. That Darfur case is a test for the international community. A new way to stop massive crimes. A new way to do justice. And I agree with all of you. How to do justice in the world can be no different. At least the beginning. But the prosecutor office will apply never double standards. We always apply one standard. Each time we have jurisdiction, we'll apply the law. Without fear, without favors. Thank you very much.
This concludes the session. With apologies to those who have questions that can be answered.